Monday, May 20th, and the Dome Bummers podcast is back. And I'm your host, Christian Kruger. As always, joined by Neil Mieski and Brian Dorton. And we're just lifelong Astros fans that love to talk about the Astros. So, boys, let's go. Episode 49. We are here. How's everyone doing tonight?
Good.
I was a little bit better about an hour and a half ago.
Yeah, we'll give them that in a minute. Let's thank our sponsors, Two Gringos Chupacabra. Thank y'all so much. That's the they do the fan favorite packs right here. I think they have a couple more left that they're going to send out, all in bulk. These things are awesome. They do the seasonals and rubs. They're our favorites. It is the number 2 gringoschupacabra.com. That is 2 gringoschupacabra.com, or you can go to your local grocery store and you can still use Dome 15 on the website to get 15% off. So thanks to those guys. All right, we got a lot to unpack tonight. Astros are currently playing. I don't want to talk about it right now which means they're losing to a AAA team called the Angels. So I don't want to get into that. We'll let Dorton. He's always our live game follower. I do want to give Dorton props. He gets a minute to congratulate himself for projecting last week that we would go 6-1 against a AAA team and then a series win against the Brewers. So I predicted 4-3. Neil predicted 5-2. So Dorton wins that projection. Probably the only thing he'll ever win. He had some. He had some other things. I haven't given you the floor yet. He had some other things. He had some other things that happened to him last week that we won't mention that I laughed about. So, Dorton, with your 6-1 prediction, the floor, sir, is now yours.
Well, anyone can go 6-1. Anyone can make that prediction, but then to also go ahead and just nail sweeping the A's, which was
tough.
We knew that was going to happen, and then to just absolutely nail 2-1 or 2-1 with the Milwaukee.
Group.
I mean, it's just it's tough being right all the time,
really?
and staying humble. And
Ding! Time's up. All right. So let's move on. Look, the A's are a joke. I'm just going to say it after watching them.
Miller is no
3.
Oh my gosh.
No, he's not. But they've got about 5 or 6 legit major leaguers on that team. They're not much better than they were last year. And look, the Astros did exactly what they should have done. They should have went 4-0 against them, and they did. So look, hats off there. I'm telling you, I will be pissed if they lose to the A's. At some point, I'm sure they will. They will not go 13-0. But the A's are a joke. They're a joke franchise all the way around. They're a joke with all their stuff going on. But name me 7 major leaguers on that team. I'm not sure you can get to 7.
No. Name me
Miller
7 guys.
Miller is a stud. That guy throws gas. You watch, those morons are going to trade him at some point. You watch. They will trade him at some point. If they do, they're stupid.
I think I told you guys that's probably the most impressive thing I've seen this whole season is watching him pitch. And
yeah, that was pretty cool.
And I think cool to see. It was cool throwing 103 like 4 times. I have to agree with Mieski, and then I did put on the text. That's the second most impressive thing is a player can actually have a WRC plus of -21, which we will get into here in a minute.
Yanair just got robbed of a home run, by the way.
Okay. Second, the Brewers. Now we're talking. Brewers are a quality team. They've got a quality pitching staff. The Astros took 2-3 and then. So that I will say, okay, that was a good win. That is a quality series win. Yep. Go 6-1 for the week. 21-26 for the year. 4 games back of the Mariners, I believe. I don't have it in front of me. I did earlier, but I was rushing from baseball practice.
Yeah, it was 4.
Thought so. So we've gotten ourselves back into a position, right? That's good. Now we play the Angels and A's this week, and we're down in the 8th, I think now.
9th,
Is it the 8th? Yeah. 9th, so it's not looking bueno. So you're going to lose to a AAA team out of California that doesn't have any of their stars. That's the momentum stuff that frustrates me. So I'm going to go temperature check to Mieski first, but I'm already moving on because, look, we did what we were supposed to do. We got a quality series win. Yes, we improved 5 games, which is huge because, like, the last 3 weeks we said we were 10 games under, 10 games under, 10 games under. It's frustrating to see. The West, no one's pulling away. So I like that. No, the trash can by me is not burning, but it is still here, and I'll tell you why in a minute. But Mieski, temperature check.
Yeah, I mean, I agree that that was a good week for the Astros. That's the kind of stuff that we have to do. You don't have room for error when you start off the way we started, and so yeah, I mean, it's exciting to at least still be relevant and take the steps closer to 500 baseball. Baby steps. We're not talking about the big picture just yet. We know to get to the big picture, we got to win series like that, right? Win series in the fashion of sweeping Oakland and then winning the series 2-1 against the Brewers. So yeah, I mean, I'm with you. Our problems are not solved. We're not in in the clear of anything. We still have plenty of work to do. So good week. Now duplicate that over and over and over and over and over, and then we'll have a different mantra to discuss. So good, not great.
Jordan.
Right, exactly what I was hoping for. I think I got a little bit mocked about we could get our butts kicked the weeks before, but we need to this homestand with the A's, with now the Angels, and then coming back up again against the A's again and Seattle. This is where if we don't shine, it's over, right? Like, and we came to play. That's the good news. What was it? It was at the end of May. I think I said if we're still hovering around 4-5-ish games back, I'm good to go. And we are right in that ballpark. I think we're right in that ballpark because now we're getting to see what this team can do whenever the gears start actually grinding. And so if we could get these head cases in our starting pitching staff to actually come out and play, and we won't even get into we haven't even touched any kind of rosin talk yet, but everything
That's gonna have to be another podcast.
This is the whole I think things are trending in the right direction, but we just have to keep it up. We just scored a run, so now we're only down 2.
Okay, let's Jordan brought it up. So I mean, let me do my temp check real quick. Hats off. I already said basically my temp check in the intro. You better not lose a series to a lesser team, and then the momentum's gone. That's how quick it happens, right? You gain the momentum that quickly, and then you can lose it that quickly. So if we end up not scoring 2 more runs in the 9th, we lose game 1 to the Angels, that we had a 6-1 lead. That pisses me off because the Angels are a subpar 60-win team. Now, if you go win the next 2 games, fine. Okay, that's baseball. That can happen. Win the series. You better go win the series.
Yes.
We'll get into the starting pitcher tonight in a little bit because I'm done. I'm pretty tired of them. But let's address. Dorton did bring the big story from last week. The rosin issue, the Blanco. What a joke Major League Baseball is. What a joke. What a joke Rob Manfred is. What a joke the umpires are. What a joke. And yes, we're fans and we can say whatever we want to, but other teams and pitchers are not treated the same. Dorton sent stuff out to us on text message from Clark Schmidt of the Yankees being able to wash his hands last year, and Yamamoto for the Dodgers this year being able to change his glove. So that was Dorton that found that and sent that out. So
And then just 3 days ago, another Dodger pitcher with just gunk visibly on his thumb, and the umps rubbing his thumb with substance. There is substance there.
Yeah.
Fine.
Look, we're never going to get it's always going to be against us. That's fine. But there's got to be some kind of equal ground. I don't know how many of you listeners are familiar with rosin. What it does is it dries. Blanco sweats profusely. He's a sweater. Supposedly inside the stadium that night and the night after, it was like super humid because all the storms that were coming in. It was ridiculous that week. He sweats if it's a cool day. So the rule is he's not supposed to use his non-pitching hand for it to go into the glove and collect, because rosin after a while will form. I mean, I've used it, I've felt it, I've had it. I know what rosin does. You know, if there was an issue in the glove, then change gloves. Do what they've done before. Ejecting him after 3 innings is a joke, and Major League Baseball is a joke. And I'm going to make sure and tag them on this, and I hope they listen, because they are a joke.
Let me say this. Yes, totally agree. Totally agree on MLB. That is insane. But you know who else is not getting a pass on this? Espada. I'm sorry.
Thank you.
This is your time. Espada, this was your time. Because just last week we were talking about, in this clubhouse, there's already some rumbling, there's already some talking about communication, there's already this, there's already that. This is your time to jump out there. The fact that Espada wasn't ejected immediately after they pulled the trigger on run out, the fact that he was still in the game, to me, unacceptable. And the fact that he gave a presser at the end of it and he didn't step up and say, my guy did nothing wrong.
Yeah,
that's
press,
it.
Yeah, the press was the post-game stuff was annoying for me, because I think I texted you guys. I mean, he just convicted him.
Yes.
He just said he had it on him. So
yes. So Neil, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, I mean, that was the part that you don't have to tell the whole story.
Well, let me make sure let me make sure, and hope this helps fans out there. Okay. By letter of the law, Ronel Blanco was, well, I'm assuming there was rosin in the glove. And if there was, he's wrong.
Right.
That's not my issue. My issue is the fact other teams get passes and other teams get told to wash their hands and other teams give to switch gloves, which we gave 2 examples that Dorton found for us that sent out to us. That's my problem, is everyone is not treated the same way.
Yeah, so, we're some consistency. We're some rules.
Yeah, and then Dorton nails it. I mean, Espada should have fought for his player. And then, okay, fine, you don't. That's not your personality. I don't like it. But then you convict him in the freaking press conference. And then Dana Brown the next day was I don't want to use the words. I want to use what I thought of what he said. It was horrible. So Dorton, ball game, great. Great. We lose to the Triple Angels. Nice job. Way to build that momentum. Good job, Framber. So
Bregman was first and second too. Runners on first and second.
Wide out.
Yeah. So I mean, we could do a whole podcast on how that is. We'll table that for another day. Supposedly Blanco's going to miss 1 start. He was suspended 10 games.
Yeah.
I'm assuming that means he's coming back next week.
Look, I'm fine. Actually, I'm fine. Like, whatever. It is what it is. All of the everything's against us. It is a weighted system. Major League Baseball has their thumb on the scale. It is what it is. However, like, we can't sabotage from within. Like, how is we have to have we had the face of our clubhouse. Espada has to be out there no matter what. Like, he needs to be. If the glove doesn't fit, you gotta quit.
Gotta quit.
He is standing up, and he is the defense attorney, and he is everything for this team. And I don't know. That was the most disappointed I've been since every Dusty move that ever happened. But
I
however,
just don't.
hey, let me tell you this.
Yeah.
Had Dusty been there, Dusty would have been tossed.
Mm,
No, he would have.
I don't know.
He got
No.
he got tossed.
Maybe.
He got tossed.
Maybe.
He got tossed for the Abreu. He got tossed right after Abreu got after Abreu.
I've also sent Dusty send his pitching coach and hitting coach out there because he was too lazy to get his ass off the freaking chair before too.
I get it. But you know what? Like that's what a manager does. And we're past the well, he's still learning. I mean, we're over a quarter of the way done with the season. You're done learning. It's time to manage. Let's go.
So I don't understand the rule in itself. You've got a rosin bag on the mound.
Correct. Well, the reason
Right.
that
I
you
mean-
see them pick it up with their pitching hand and then bank it this way, for the listeners at home, I'm moving my hand up and down like a juggler. but and they don't take their glove off and just kind of bank it between their hands.
Well,
It's
you
because
actually
can only have it on your throwing hand.
Well, that's not. Well, you can bank it on your arm. You're not supposed to have it in your non-pitching hand because they do not want a dry substance inside that can mix with the humidity, the sweat in your glove.
Right.
But again, that's not even why I'm pissed.
I mean, but there's a loaded weapon sitting on the mound. Hey, we want you to have this. We want you to use this.
Oh, by the way,
But-
that gets checked
Okay.
every
Yeah.
half inning.
I knew this was
before and after. Before and after.
This was afraid of bringing the subject up because we could have a whole podcast on this, right?
Yeah, we can move
can.
on.
Yeah, no, I'm with you. I mean, we could, and maybe we table for another day. Maybe we talk about it when Blanco comes back. But there's some bigger things now that that's happened that we need to discuss.
Framber, the head case.
I mean, look, y'all know that I'm not sold on this team right now, and the reason I'm not sold on this team is because of the starting pitching. I'm not sold because we don't have an ace. We do not have an ace. This team does not have an ace. I'm not convinced this team has a number 2. That is a massive problem moving forward and trying to win a division or get into a wild card. Not even talking about October.
Yep.
This starting pitching, I don't want y'all to pull anything up. I want you to answer the first thought that comes in your head when I ask you this. And I'll go to Neil first. Neil, who was the Astros' best starting pitcher last week?
Probably Arrighetti. I
Jordan.
think he won. Well, go ahead. Yeah.
Arrighetti,
Dude.
probably.
Yeah.
Arrighetti.
I was about to play the Jeopardy music.
No, I mean, I was trying to think of who else went, but it wasn't.
Yeah. Well, it's hard to argue. And he's my such and such for later in the show, so y'all can take him. But when and look, props to the kid. He's got his first 2 major league wins, and he needed them. He's been struggling, but he's looking the part. Guys, this is why I am not, and I know y'all aren't either, but I am not all in on this team yet, thinking that it is going to be a postseason team because the starting pitching is average at best.
There's a lot of inconsistencies to say the least.
Correct. One of them, you can name any a starter. They'll have a good start, then a trash start, then a good start, then a trash start, then an okay start.
Yeah, and that's why you're saying we don't have an ace, and I agree in that aspect that nobody has stepped in there and just said, I'm the guy. And of course, we're talking about Verlander and Framber as the 2 candidates, and
Javier too. I mean, Javier could be there too. I mean, he should be.
Yeah, he just never has been a 1. I mean, I'm with you. He's got potential eventually, but Framber.
He was one in the postseason in 22, but that was a short stint, right? I agree. Sure. He's never consistently been an ace. You're right.
And so, yeah, it's frustrating that right now we're not where again, our record proves everything. I mean, our record proves that we are struggling in several areas, and starting pitching is, I mean, that's where you start. That's where
Well,
you
six
look at first.
and Dorton said it first when we were changing subjects. I mean, we were 6. I mean, again, I did not see the game, so y'all are going to fill in gaps for me. I was at baseball practice. 6-1. I look down at my phone because y'all sent text messages. We've got a water break, and I see it's 6-1 Astros. I'm like, and Framber's on the mound. Well, this should be a W.
Yep.
Wasn't it 6-1?
Yep. 7-run inning. Yep.
And was it the 6th-ish?
Fifth.
Fifth?
Yep.
Single
That's
walk
crap.
with single walk, strikeout, home run, out, single, home run.
I'm with Dorton. Again, I will preface the fact that I was on the baseball field with my 10-year-olds, right? But that's give up. Like that's give up. Your stuff, your stuff is too good. It's too good. What? So why did curious? Why did Espada leave him in for the last 3 or 4 batters of that inning?
No idea.
They
no
had
idea.
They had nobody ready.
They didn't have anybody warming up, first of all.
Because there was no signs. I mean, okay, the 3-run homer, you go, oh my gosh.
Well, 3-run homer makes it 6-4. You probably give him another batter.
Well,
and
at
then
this point in time, he's probably, I think he started the inning like with 56 pitches, right? And so at this time, he's probably approaching 70. There had been minimal signs. I thought his stuff it had looked fine. Like, thought he was kind of in a little groove. You know, again, the ground ball, the walk, oh crap, a home run. So it's 6-4. You're feeling like, you know, not good, but not necessarily in danger. We got a good lead. Single, and you're at that point in time, conversations need to be had. Somebody needs to go walk out there and play psychiatrist with them. And too late. Bomb.
So here was the telling part. And I mean, like, I've seen him have his little meltdowns, but like, I think I texted this, and I even I was talking about this before we started the hit record here, but the way he carried himself after that first home run, the way that he just he was chuckling. So there was a lazily hit the second out, the second out. So the first out was a strikeout. So the second out was a ground ball to the pitcher's mound, and he fielded it, and the lob that he made.
Oh my God! I thought he overthrew him.
I did too, and it was just a I don't even care lob. It really was.
Yeah, there's a lot of nonchalant to it.
It was a nonchalant, I don't even care. And he was chuckling to him. You could see it was chuckling to himself. And the next pitch, he got up there and threw it 99. He threw it 99 miles an hour.
Yeah, his whole mannerisms are aggravating. I mean,
they're beyond aggravating.
Yeah,
aggravating because we've seen them for how many years now?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Right.
I mean, we've seen these antics.
When you get the chuckle or the smirk, I'm sorry, pull his ass.
And then you see him throw it 99 into the dirt. He is done.
He is every time.
Immediate hook.
He is a mental midget.
Yeah. Yeah, and then
I thought that that Miller went out there and did a mound visit, and I thought that it was just going to be enough time to give him another pitch or two to bring in Martinez, and like, we're done with.
Here's the question:
right?
When has he ever done this? And have we ever seen Valdez respond and come back from it? That's the thing.
Yeah.
Never.
Okay. So starting pitching it's a massive issue, and I'll get to. I mean, okay, I want to end the pod, and we've got some ways to go, but I want to end the pod with news, some thought process of what's going on in the franchise. But let's talk before. Look, how do you fix that? The only way we're going to fix that is trading. We've talked about Drake Myers being traded. We've texted about it. buy low, sell high. He went over 3 for tonight, but he's hitting.
Man.
He's been hitting really great. his
No,
ceiling
but
is. I mean,
that 0
we
for
know what
3.
he is.
Hey, listen,
We know
0
what he
for
is.
3, that's an anomaly. He's always this good. He is
Yeah.
good. He is as good as
Right.
he is right now all the time. We will
Hmm.
take any
One of y'all
prospects that you have.
One of y'all tried to text bait yesterday when I was at flag football about trading Chaz. I didn't fall for it, but I'm just going to say I got no problem trading Chaz. I would a tear pour out of my eye, sure, but if we improve the team with starting pitching, look, man, I can still be a Chaz fan unless he plays the Astros. Trade him. I do not care. However, current situation with him being on the IL right now, if this is last year, Chaz has more value. Right
Mhm.
now, Jake has more value. I don't care which one. Just bring me back some pitching because this rotation, coupled with the bullpen that is pitching better, but let's see where we go here.
Sure.
You need more pitching. You never have enough pitching. We need pitching. My biggest issue thinking ahead, if we get back in this thing fully, is the trade deadline. And guess what? Aces cost a lot.
Yep.
As we well know. We have a retired ace who's now a number 2.5. And that still cost us. And they cost a lot. And I mean, another quality starter would not hurt. I don't want to hear about your Urquidy because he's getting hit like a slot machine in the minors.
Yeah. So I mean,
don't trust him. Don't trust him. Don't trust him. Don't trust him. Don't trust him.
here's the deal with your Urquidy. Is he better than Hunter Brown?
Right now, yes.
Okay. So there's an improvement. Is
There you
Garcia better than Hunter Brown?
I don't know what Garcia's going to come back like. No, I can't say that.
Well, we don't know either. We don't even know your Urquidy is, but over the track record, I would say both of those guys are better than Hunter Brown. I'm not saying both of those guys end up as starters or even come back better than Hunter Brown.
But I will say your Urquidy just because it's not a serious arm injury. I'm never going to say Tommy John's going to be. But I got to see after the Tommy John.
Sure, and I'm with you. I'm just saying. My guess is that we are not going to make a trade for a pitcher because in their minds we're getting
probably
three guys back plus
3
McCullers.
Why do we even talk about this guy?
So
like why?
I just want to make sure we got all 3. And so
trash. Go sell coffee.
So you combine that with the fact of where we are on the salary cap, combined with the fact, salary cap, not really cap, but
luxury tax.
Yeah, luxury tax. But then you combine that with where we are in the standings, and you go, okay, well, if we're building momentum, then they go, well, we've got reinforcements on the way, they're coming, and if we bottom out here, they go, well, why would we trade right now? I mean, it's not going to happen this year. Just hang on to what we got and, ship Bregman and move on. So I don't anticipate any moves. I feel like we're handcuffed in a lot of ways.
We are.
So I just don't see a trade for a starting pitcher happening unless they decide to trade one of these guys who are coming back, for something.
I would still trade Myers. I still would do it. I would do it right now.
Now.
I would too. I would do it
right now.
I mean, we have replacements that are here and replacements that are coming. Myers is not going to continue to hit like this.
Yes,
he's not.
If you wait, you are done.
So let me ask you this. Okay.
Right now.
So you package Myers and your Urquidy. What are you getting? A 1, a 2, a 3?
Well, I don't think you're going to package those two. I think they're both controllable players. You could, but I would love to package those two. I think that's so unlikely because, Myers is likely to be sought after by a true contender that doesn't have a center fielder. And I don't think your key is going to be sought after by the same, because I don't think he's a starting rotation guy for a true contender right now. And so why would a true contender is want to go after a 3, a 2, a 1?
Mm-hmm.
So
Your
I think
Queenie's
that's
got some
two. I think it's two separate trades.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's an odd match. I mean, I'm with you on
it is,
the
because
pairing of
I
it.
don't think the same amount of teams are going to want both those players.
And I guess that's what I'm saying, because who do we have down? I mean, who's the next, AAA guy that we can sell? I mean, Leon. There's another outfielder.
I know.
So, I mean, it's just one of those things.
Melton's in Double A. By the way, he's raking. Guess what position he plays?
Outfield.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, I just don't foresee us making a trade for starting.
Well, you could trade Myers for either. I mean, you're not going to get an ace, right? But
you're getting another Urquidy at 2 to 3.
Man, I think you could get a couple. I think you could get a stud bullpen arm, like a stud. I mean, not a. I think you get a quality bullpen arm for Myers, and you probably have Myers, a quality bullpen arm, and a prospect, no doubt. I think center field is so void of quality players in Major League Baseball. I'll tell you right now, without looking. I mean, name me 6. It's hard to name 6 quality center fielders right now. It is so devoid of quality players that I think Myers, to the right team, you could get a. You're right. I mean, maybe it's a 4 or 5 starter or a quality bullpen arm. I take quality bullpen arm for Myers. Power arm.
I feel like we have 4 quality center fielders.
Yeah, I was about to say. I think we're at 4
guys
that can play the position and be above average.
Yes,
and honestly, there might be a team out there, Neil, that says, "Hey, we know who Myers is. We want Chaz. You know what? Yeah. Bring us your pitching, Chaz. I love you. I'll cry. My middle son will cry. Send him packing.
Sure.
Well, I will say this. I don't know if we're going to send him back in, because he's been in Sugarland and hadn't been lighting it up in Sugarland either.
No, neither has Urquidy. And that's going to lead us. That's going to lead us to our next topic. But do you want to wrap that one up first with trades and starting pitching?
Yeah, because this
before we go there,
a good 20 minutes or so.
Yeah. Anything you want to add to the trades or quality? I mean, Neil.
But yes. I mean, Myers is the time to do it. Even I will say this. Even with a struggle bus Chaz, we are still loaded in the outfield without Myers.
And we've got so many guys out there. I mean, those are the logical guys. Looking at Myers has the second highest OPS on our team.
OPS plus or OPS?
OPS.
Okay. Well, I mean, it's relative, yeah.
Neil.
Yes.
Are you?
You're saying?
Are you absolutely confident? I mean, like you say this. I'm going to say this right now. 100% confident. You are ready to start Jake Myers Game 7 of the ALCS right now.
If a lefty's pitching, yes. If a righty, no.
Yeah, I mean it's.
But you know what happened.
That's what I was saying.
We've seen this.
Which version?
I know.
We've seen this. We've seen it.
And that's the deal, is that those two guys, I'm talking about Chaz and Myers, those two guys are consistently inconsistent. I just wish they would be, one would just take over and be consistent. And
Chaz needs to stay healthy. I mean, he was hurt last year. He came back and raked. I'm hoping we get that same guy this year, because he started off slow, and we'll see. We don't know, but so I got to do my weekly. I've got to do it. My weekly. How to tie all this together before we go to our last topic. And this ties into all the outfielders. What would y'all say? What grade? However you want to do it. You want to do letter grade, What would you say so far on Jeremy Pena's offensive year so far? What letter grade would you give
A
Jeremy
plus.
Pena?
A plus.
Solid A. Solid A.
Okay, it's hard to argue either. I like the A plus because the expectations were so low.
Yep.
I like the A just because, yeah, it's the right. His WRC plus is 139. That's for a shortstop.
Right.
That's awesome. I mean,
Right.
you would sign up for that
Yep.
every year right now.
In any second.
Yeah, if you took off the name and you read stats out,
yes,
you're taking that guy. He is
100%.
You're taking those are all-star numbers.
And then you read his name and you realize he plays solid Gold Glove defense at times. So
Correct.
yes. Yeah, I know the sample sizes are not the same. What did I say Jeremy Pena's WRC plus was?
139.
Correct. Joey Bats's is 138.
Yeah. I mean, was he 333? Yeah. I mean,
okay.
Smaller sample size. Smaller 100%. Sample size. Yep.
But let me roll this to something that would be more equivalent to his sample size. The number one prospect in the freaking world, Jackson Holiday, came up and got 2 hits out of, I don't know how many at bats. I think he hit like 071 and they moved him down. This is Joey Bats's first time up and he has a WRC plus at 138. He's not a role player. He's not a role player.
Again, this is where you and I disagree because I still think he is.
I don't.
I'm not disputing the things that he's done. Now, we know he's a strikeout guy.
Yeah, he's not perfect.
Right. But
define perfect.
Perfect?
Like, yeah. What is a good strikeout ratio?
I don't care. WRC plus is 138. I don't care what strikeout ratio is.
I mean, he's pushing 50% strikeouts. He's pushing. He's 45% strikeouts.
Wins, weighted, runs created, plus. Let me tell you who on the team.
39
You're right.
39
You're right.
at-bats. Okay.
You're right. You may go through all of our all-stars that had the first 39 at-bats. None of them have done this.
Okay.
Maybe Jordan. Let me tell you the players that have a higher WRC plus on the Astros than Joey Bats. Kyle Tucker, Jeremy Pena by 1 point. Jose Altuve, Jake Myers in his career year. That's it. Now, do I think if he gets 300 more bats, he's going to be 138? No, probably not. But what are we doing sitting this guy on the bench 4 and 5 games a week?
So that's where I'm with you.
But who are we benching right now?
Yeah, he's got to play in left field. I mean
you got to play left
too.
Dubon's not.
Yeah.
What's Dubon's WRC plus right now?
Dubon's before tonight was 95.
Okay.
Yeah, and Jordan, you play Jordan, but you don't have to.
Of course,
left.
But you don't have to play him in left.
Yes.
No, you do not.
And so obviously there's got to be some sort of rotation in there with that. I mean, if Michael Brantley is still playing here, Jordan is not playing the number of games in left that he's been playing.
Correct.
It doesn't mean he has to. I mean, again, 2 to 3 times a week, sure. But now you have your DH, and you can put in the Dubons, the Caratinis, and mix and match those things. But I'm with you. We should be seeing Loperfido at a minimum of 3 times a week.
I think majority of it. I think we should be seeing a majority. And if you know what, if he goes in a slump, then you bench him for 2 or 3 games.
Yeah. I'm fine. Listen, I'm fine with it. I like the kid. I think.
You know how much we were in love and hammered all off season that we're finally going to see Yonder Diaz.
Yeah.
Alex Bregman is 3 points behind Yonder Diaz in WRC plus. Yonder is 90. Alex Bregman is 87.
Yep.
I'll tell you what, though, I will say this: Yiner hit the ball tonight harder than he's hit the ball all year. Now,
he's been hitting hard. His problem's been launch angle. He's hitting too many ground balls.
he hit the ball hard tonight, and he hit the ball into the air, and that is an encouraging fact to me.
Sure,
I mean,
I
he hit his last at bat. He was 110 off the bat.
I think Dubon. I think Dubon needs to be playing
at the fence.
Dubon needs to be playing in the infield, giving guys rest, and Luperfido needs to be playing left field.
You did miss one thing. Now it didn't matter. It didn't matter in this game. However, Dubon made a play in left field. I don't think Jordan definitely is not making this play, and I don't think Luperfido's making it.
Whoa, be careful, bud. Be careful.
Well, I'm just saying he cut off the ball. I mean, he cut off it was a lock double. He cut it off and whirled around and threw it around to second. And like, it was 100%. Like, I was like, this is a double. There's no chance anybody's getting to this. And so it's those types of plays, having Dubon up there. It's like, okay, yeah. And I get it. I'm biased Dubon, but that was a play by a Golden Glover.
Yeah. He's dirty. All right.
Yeah, I didn't see it, but
all right, let's talk about the elephant in the room. Let's do it. Let's rip the Band-Aid
off.
Let's do it.
Yes.
All right. I'm not gonna mention his name because I hate him so much. So this was leaking out last week in the Astros world. So obviously someone gave it to either Chandler Rome, McTaggart, Bob Nightingale, whoever, right? I think we talked about it. I don't know. We thought it was half cocked, whatever. It's obviously clear that it's real because the Astros front office gave it to them to leak it. And here we are now that Dana Brown said today or I think it was yesterday, wasn't it?
Yesterday.
That he said, yesterday that he said that the person that the black hole is what I like to call him, is likely going to join the team in Oakland at first base. So you all know who I'm talking about. I'm just going to say it. This would be one of the dumbest decisions this franchise has ever made. And they've made plenty. My goal tonight was to have the record with the black hole and the record without the black hole. All-Star practice went on too long. I got here late, so I don't have that. I will have it tonight or tomorrow. But I think we all know that the winning percentage has drastically gone up. What are we doing?
What the hell are we doing?
You made the hard decision to send him to the Florida Complex League, which for those that don't know what that is, because I got to get into that because I sent out stats that he's had there, but he's just crushing the ball. The Florida Complex League,
crushing the ball, is he?
Yeah, that was exaggeration. The Florida Complex League is where the Astros have spring training in West Palm, and it's where they have international prospects that are projects that they've recently signed, minor leaguers that they've signed that aren't ready for a minor league team. Is there some talent? Sure. They haven't assigned them to a minor league team yet, so there's a lot of work to be done. So it's not like he's down there just crushing AAA and AA pitching. It's below that. Let me read off his stats since his timing has gotten so good. His stats. The black hole went 1 for 5 with a double and a strikeout. Shocker for the Florida Astros in a 6-4 loss to the Florida Nationals. Abreu popped out to short with the tying run on base for the game's final out. Shocker!
That seems right.
Abreu is,
but he got it to the left. Hey, wait, he got it to the left side of the field.
He did.
Abreu is 3 for 14 with 2 doubles in 3 complex league games. This screams that he's ready to come back and play for the big club.
But who was down there with him?
Your brother.
Oh, baggy.
Who was down there with him? No, he
I
was
think
just down
based
there
on
by himself, right?
I think by your text message earlier, Bagwell, Reggie Jackson, Hank Aaron, Ted Williams, Babe Ruth.
Is Babe Ruth? It was
Um,
Babe Ruth there. Is Babe,
yeah,
he
did he
Babe
showed-
put
Ruth.
any other all-stars?
Shoeless Joe Jackson.
Shoeless Joe.
Hornus Wagner.
Otani's bookie.
Otani's
okay. Yeah, that's good.
bookie. Yes. Yep.
Everyone's giving
Should
input.
we,
Everyone's giving input.
Should we keep going?
I mean, was Wayne Gretzky not available? I mean, can we not just pull people from
I
other
don't-
sports to help him out?
I don't
Yeah.
know. I think they called Larry
Clyde the
Durker.
Glide. Clyde the Glide
Drexler,
gave a little
yes.
bit. Gave a
They
little
called Larry.
Houston,
They
Houston
called Larry,
legend.
Larry Durker down there. Earl Campbell, Vernon Maxwell.
Yeah.
I mean,
Mad Max, baby.
Yeah.
Look, let me say this, and I texted y'all this earlier, but if ever there were a time to question the front office listening to Jeff Bagwell talking about how much Jose Abreu has improved in Palm Beach baseball, in the Palm Beach, not even minor league baseball. If there were ever a time to do this, it's right now. Why? Who was the one that was pivotal in getting this kid a what? How many million? 30. What's his contract?
3 years, 59 million.
$59 million contract. Who was the one that was just that was voicing all positives on this?
Yeah.
The guy that right now is saying, we're good, guys. Hey, he was up against a bunch of high school prospects and he was hitting the ball to the left-hand side. He wasn't behind. He wasn't as behind as he was against every other Major League Baseball pitcher.
Y'all remember what I read to you? His stats and his 14 at-bats in 3 games? Let me read to you what it should sound like, okay? Yeah. The Black Hole went 4 for 5 with 2 home runs, a double and a single, and 7 RBIs for the winning Florida Astros against the Florida Nationals. The Black Hole hit a game-winning double off the bottom of the fence and scored 2 runs to win the game. Abreu for the 3 games is 9 for 14 with 3 home runs, 4 doubles, 2 singles, and 8 RBIs. Now, his next step will be putting him to Double-A. Okay, that's what it should say for him to go to Double-A and start getting at-bats. Not 3 for 14 going to the big club. What a joke, man. Jim Crane is a joke. You've already done the hard thing. The hard thing was having the conversation to send him down there. So keep him down there. You're going to eat it. Maybe restart him next year. I don't ever want to see him again, but fine. I'll give you next year. This team at least has some momentum. Why are you bringing him back after 3 Florida complex league games? What a freaking joke this is.
There's something that we don't know. I mean, there is something, because I mean, it clearly makes no sense.
None,
right? No, I mean, anybody who looks at that, you go, come on. I mean, you're sending Chad,
send you
Verlander, everybody who's come back has played in some double AAA games. But this guy who was so bad that we said timeout, right? Go take a vacation down there in the Florida Keys and enjoy life, get your head right, get everything better. Okay. All right. In 3 games, everything's better. There's just something that doesn't add up.
But listen, I'm telling you, like I'm watching right now a clip of his double, right? Now, first of all, that just to give you an idea of where they're playing, Kruger, the New Braunfels Little League complex. I'm not joking. I can promise you. I can San Labian. I mean, this is where they're playing. I'm not kidding. There's a really nice ballpark back there, like behind them, with giant lights and a stadium beyond left field. It looks like a really nice ballpark probably where they play some of their,
spring training games.
affiliated training games. They're not there. They're in the Pony League Park where 45 people are in the stands.
Ripamani.
They're at Rippaboni's Field
With
Stadium.
Riverside in the background.
Yes, wishing that they'd gotten Riverside. No, I'm not kidding. Like this is, and we're celebrating him hitting a double here.
It'll make sense.
Okay, I'm with
bring
you.
him back up.
Yeah, yay. Okay,
let's bring him back up.
Who has been a better hitter? All right, let's play this game. Because I want the listeners, all 7,000 that listen to this, I want them to understand what we're trying to get to here. Trey Cabbage, better or worse than the Black Hole?
Better.
John Singleton,
better. No, better.
I know.
Better.
One more.
My answer is better.
I know.
Even Bregman, better.
Brian Dorton, better.
Like 100% better.
Joey Bats was brought up after he was sent. He is 159 WRC index points plus better than this Black Hole. I'm going to tell you something. I'm sure it's Cabbage that's going to go down because Cabbage can play some first base. I'm assuming that's going to be the move. I can't even believe he's coming back. But if these okay, I won't let Meg Dorton edit. If these morons
thank you.
Yeah. I want to say something else. But if these morons send Joey Bats down to bring this guy back,
that's a problem.
Because that sends a message throughout the entire organization that's not good.
Yeah.
And this kid has earned it. And yes, I'm a fan. I don't care. It's not even in the same freaking hemisphere. This guy needs to be shot into the sun, sent to Missouri City to be a car dealer.
I just don't get it. Like,
I don't either.
There's just something we don't know. I mean, the Houston Astros are a professional organization that has had a ton of success. This does not scream a professional organizational move. So there's something, I don't know what it is. I'm just saying there's something that doesn't add up.
This is what the Cleveland Browns would do. This is what the Houston, I better say Texans, would do until they got D'Amico Ryans and the new GM. This is what they would do.
Right.
Now they're moving in the right direction. But this is what they would do. This is there's nothing good about it, and there's not one person that can come on here and justify it. Not one.
No.
Agree.
No. Yeah.
It's we're trying to mess up a good thing. Bull Durham, never blank with a winning streak. Well, this is exactly what you're doing. It's exactly what you're doing. Weird. We won yesterday, and this came out after the game, and we lost today. Huh, weird.
He's cursed.
100%.
Not to derail the conversation, but I'm reading some of the press conference from after the game. There's some pretty wild stuff going on right now. So I think Framber took
what?
Well, Framber took the mic.
Oh boy.
And well, let's just say this is from Chandler Room 4 minutes ago. Espada, Valdez, and Diaz all said. Now, Espada, Framber, and Diaz all said Framber went away from the game plan on his own.
Framber said it too?
Framber said it too. And this is quote from Framber. Yiner did a really good job of calling pitches. I was the one that decided to change the game plan.
Get rid of him.
I'll deal with the consequences.
Mieski, 100%. 100%.
I'll deal with the consequences. I chose to go away from the game plan.
You're a dumbass.
Trade
And
him on principle alone.
yes.
So I'm gonna go. I'm gonna push back, Kruger. I agree with you that don't blank with a winning streak. I absolutely agree with you, but also don't have a mental head case
I agree with you. I don't disagree
in
with you.
charge of a baseball game.
Yeah.
I agree.
And as soon as
I agree
as
with
soon as you see him going off the game plan, fish hook immediately.
No,
put
no,
it
no.
and
You're right. You're right.
and put in a cold Martinez.
You see this?
Straight up cold Martinez.
Everybody see this. If you're gonna watch this tomorrow on YouTube, you see this. This is my cell phone. I'm gonna act like I'm Dana Brown. I'm acting like Dana Brown. Hey, Baltimore. Yeah, what's up? We'll take a prospect, and that's basically a bag of pork rinds. Yes.
Whatever
for Framber? Yeah, for Framber. Yep. Wait, what's wrong? We don't want him anymore. He's a quality pitcher. Good luck with him. Yes, we'll just take a prospect.
You can have him.
Yep. I'm sure.
You can have him.
See
you can have him starting the 6th inning of this game. It's currently the 5th inning. You can have him in the top of the 6th.
Great. Just when I thought I was going to go to bed tonight, I guess I'm going to be up on social media watching all that.
It's one thing to underperform, have a bad night, whatever the case may be, right? When you choose yourself over the team,
that's the cardinal sin.
That's him giving up. That's him giving up and being selfish and like, I don't care anymore. Like, correct. I'm going to do what I want. I'm done. I'm done with this.
I mean, guys put in time. There's hours of work of prep to make that guy successful, and he just basically gives them the double burden. I'm not doing that.
Let me tell you what I would do.
Bounce.
Agreed.
Bounce.
Let me tell you how I'd handle it. Other than my little rendition there, no, I would send Jose Altuve over there, and I would say, Jose, you're the face, you're the guy. You go tell him to pack his bags and shake his hand and say, "See ya." That's what I would do.
This isn't the fact that.
How long has this been going on is the problem, and it's tolerated.
The fact that was made public. Holy smokes!
Like,
yeah, I think
all of them, all 3 of the Espada, Yiner, and Framber.
There's no, we used to. God, we hated AJ Hinch press conferences because he was so like blah, and he'd get defensive and fight back, in his own way. Espada will tell you everything.
Yeah, I mean, let's not bring up my favorite manager the Astros ever had right now. I get sad, but
what I would give,
you're as a manager, you're shutting that crap down. You were not putting that out there. Shut that down. No. Shut the hell up. Shut the hell up. Don't say
sit your ass on his bench.
AJ's old school. AJ's going to be everything stays in the locker room.
Yes, I agree 1,000%.
I mean, that's how it's.
Oof.
I think
that shouldn't be out there.
I know. We talked about this last week with all the reports coming out. I definitely think there's something to the dysfunction, and I know we didn't give it much little credence last week because you're losing. There's always worse. There's always made worse, right? I get it. I'll put this out there in the podcast. I mean, I'm gonna tag him. I hope he listens. Because he needs to hear this from me. Not that he really cares, but I'm gonna still say it anyway. You know, who I think the problem is. And I'm just look. I know. Let me be clear. I'm completely, purely speculating and going off past history, past like puzzle pieces. I know nothing extra. I know nothing extra, but it would make a ton of sense if this was the person that is behind the scenes spinning the dysfunction. Either y'all want to take a guess who I think it is?
Dana
Who's
Brown.
out there? Who you're saying?
No, a player. A player.
Oh, a player.
You're saying who's got the loose lips?
The loose lips and putting it out there because for a reason.
Oh, I think I know.
Bregman.
Who?
Bregman.
I think Bregman's the number 2 guy. I don't think Bregman's the leader.
You think Tucker?
No.
Okay, good. hope not.
Yeah, I mean, I want to be clear. I'm speculating here, but if you look at history and kind of some things,
It can't be
you know,
Jordan. It can't be.
it would totally
Altuve.
it could totally fit this person. No, I don't think it's either of those two.
No.
Yiner? No.
Nope. He didn't have the skins on the
Yeah,
wall
he's
to
not
even
there.
open his mouth. No.
I mean,
Pena's not there.
Chaz? Are you going Chaz?
Oh no, Verlander. It's Verlander.
100%.
It's Verlander. Yeah.
It's Verlander.
Yeah. Okay, that makes sense.
Because you're assuming that he's not pleased.
Correct.
I could see that. I
think it's him.
Yeah,
And
I
I think he brought Bregman with him.
I can see that.
Some veteran grumblings
Well-
knows how to drop a line to somebody without it being him. Very, very possible.
He's done it before. It's his history. He's done it before.
Bold
Again,
move, Cotton.
speculating.
This is coming
Yeah.
now. This is coming from Kruger's. Even in a World Series season, Kruger was on the top of that hill of Verlander stole all this money from us
100%.
in a World Series season.
6 innings for $66 million.
Hell of a deal.
He stole money from us,
He did.
and we won the World Series.
Without his ass. Without him.
Jerk.
Didn't even need him. Yeah.
That's interesting.
That $66 million, we got 6 innings out of that.
That's interesting,
Well,
though.
I can,
Just speculating. All right. Anything else? Let's wrap up. Let's wrap this up.
Yeah.
We could go. Any thoughts on the black hole? I mean,
Don't.
he's
Got more to prove.
Yeah.
I tell you what, why don't before we even get to Sugarland, let's see what we can do in Double-A. How about that?
100%. I mean, what kind of message? Look, I'm not the biggest.
Let's go to Triple-A. And then
I'm
let's
not the
go
biggest.
To, let's go to
I'm not the
Sugarland.
biggest John Singleton fan.
He's
But
doing
what-
his part.
What message does that send to him?
He's not hurt. He's not actively hurting this team.
No.
Like Jose Abreu was actively hurting this team offensively and defensively.
There you go.
There's something, guys. There's just something we
I
don't
think
know.
I talked to Neil.
I know what it is. I know exactly what it is.
I think I told.
It's your boy.
I think I told
it's
Neil
your boy. It's your boy who used to play first base, who's now in Crane's ear, and it is Jim Crane, and it is Dana Brown not having the whats to stand up and say, "This is insane. Why are you listening to a bunch of Hall of Fame former athletes over your general manager?" And if he's not saying that, then why is he our general manager?
But if I'm Bagwell and I've pushed for this guy,
sure,
and maybe
you're
it's
going to
just
push him. You're going to push hard.
But maybe it's the ego, because if I've seen what he's done, and I would go, "Ooh, I missed." Oh, you mean to tell me we're going to go hide him somewhere and everybody's going to forget about him? I'm good. Yep, I'm good. Take him over there.
Exactly.
Quiet.
Exactly.
Everybody's forgotten about him. Everybody had forgotten. We've moved on. Nobody's blaming nobody. Okay, have a good day. So why would you stir the pot up again? The only reason would be an ego thing. Like, I want to prove to y'all that I'm right. I was right on this thing the whole time.
I think that's it. I honestly think that's it.
It could be.
What happens this weekend when he goes 0 for 10?
Then he solidified his starting position.
Does he go back to the Florida Complex League?
Yeah.
Or at that point does he get? Does he get shot in the sun? Which one is it?
No.
Exactly.
We move him down to 6th in the lineup.
All right. Can't do him. I hate talking about him.
I do too.
Well, get ready, because I think we're going to be talking about him a week from today.
WRC plus. not 21, negative 21. And I think I told this to Mieski, and Dorton, you brought it up. You know how hard it is to have a negative defensive run saved while playing first base? It's really hard. He had negative defensive runs saved when we shipped him off to the peanut gallery.
Meaning we'd be better off with nobody there.
0.
Yeah.
Play with 8
We
guys.
just decided to not put a player at first base.
Yes, because then we would be 0.
My team's on the field, Blue.
So he's negative at the plate and negative with the glove, and we're bringing this cat back.
Coach, you only have 8 players.
Yeah, well,
Yeah,
My
got a
team's
better
on the
chance.
field.
we
My
got a
team's
better
on
the
chance.
field,
They
Blue.
won't.
Don't
got
get
a better
caught
chance.
watching
They
the paint
won't.
dry.
They won't hit it there.
Y'all are giving
I
me
mean-
anxiety if we keep talking about this dude.
All right, this will be one of
Let
the
me tell you
dumbest. This will be one of the dumbest moves in franchise history. Period. Okay, we got to go Dome Foamer Players of the Week real quick,
Oh,
and then we got to do predictions. Yeah, I know. All right, Dome. I'm going first this week. All right, I'm giving a shout out to the kid Spencer Getty. Rough beginning. You're getting a Dome Foam from me. First 2 major league wins. I've said that he had major league stuff. I always thought he had major league stuff. It looked rough in the beginning, as I just said. Hats off, Dome Foam, to that kid because he was our best pitcher this week. Spencer Spaghetti Arrighetti, keep grinding,
bet.
keep doing what you're doing.
You bet.
All right,
bingo.
Jordan.
I mean, no question. Jake Myers. I mean, not even close. Myers had 9 hits. 9 hits in this week alone. Are you kidding me?
You know what I
He
appreciate
hit
about Jordan?
409. You know how many?
It's
he had
never
6
close.
RBIs.
No,
He had 6 RBIs. This
but
week.
what I appreciate about Dorton is he's trying his dangest to get Jake Myers traded, and I appreciate that.
Gotta go. You gotta go. No, I'm serious. Not joking. This week, 7 days alone. Batting average, leading batting average, Myers. Leading RBIs, Myers. Leading hits, Myers. Leading slugging, Myers. Are you kidding me?
You know what's odd though? He did that against one major league team. Which hey,
Fine.
against that major league team,
2.
the Brewers. Hey,
2.
no. He did that against one major league team, the Brewers.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, but he had
Isn't that
22
weird?
at-bats.
Isn't that
22
weird?
at-bats.
Isn't that weird? Myers blew up against the Triple A's. Isn't that weird? Now against the Brewers, Myers.
Hey, why don't you shut up because some teams might be listening to this.
Oh, dude, Myers was the best player in the league.
Thank you. Good Lord. Like,
All right,
where
Neil.
are we here?
Yeah, sorry, Neil.
It's my preseason MVP, Kyle Tucker.
Yeah.
I mean,
No
the dude
doubt.
is
No doubt.
the dude changed shoes in the middle of the
Shoes?
game.
The shoe change.
Yes, he changed
He's-
from green Orbit shoes. Screw you, Orbit. I don't care if it's your birthday. I'm going to
put
put
the
my
s-
shoes on, and I hit 2
He-
donk shows.
He put the super institious, like by
love it.
changing his shoes.
He
He
changed. You remember
he-
Mother's Day? He changed his bat, and he hits a home.
Yep.
I mean,
He's like,
I love
Yeah,
this. I love the
I'll do that.
superstitious.
I'll do this
Oh.
BS. I'll do these BS things. I'll put the Orbit shoes on. I'll swing the whatever. And as soon as it doesn't work, peace. I'm
Dude,
going
he's-
back.
he's a silent assassin too. I mean, he's just
Real quick. We had a nice little run with Brooks's team. We won 5 games in 6 days. There was some rainouts and all kind of stuff, so it was craziness last week. Some of last week, bled in last week. I didn't. Yes, speaking of superstitious, I didn't wash my socks for a week.
Attaboy.
idiot.
Attaboy.
Yeah.
It's kind of gross though. That's really gross.
So
wait, hold on, real quick. Honorable mention. I'm gonna go ahead and do it. Even though we're not gonna see him very much longer, but like Breggy came to play. Breggy actually showed up at the ballpark this past week.
I'm not giving honorable mention dumb phones.
You know what though? But like seeing life out of that guy
Sure.
is great.
Yeah. Well, we
While
need him.
can see it. While we can see it, because we're not
We
going to
need
see
him.
it very much longer.
That's right. And I mean, no, we need him. And he's 108 points in WRC plus better than the black hole. Okay. Predictions for the week, since we've already lost to the Triple Angels tonight. We have 2 more with them. Pitching
against the
matchups,
A's.
and then 3 against the Triple A's. So we're playing 2 Triple A teams this week. So just keep that in mind. Who's pitching tomorrow?
Got Javier and Brown.
Framber,
Javier, then
not Framber.
Yeah, Javier and Brown finish off this series, and then we're off Thursday, and then we go to Oakland for 3. So I'm gonna assume it would be then Verlander, Spencer, and maybe Framber if he still exists.
Oh God,
He should be pitching for the Orioles.
Hopefully they shoot him into the sun.
I don't want to shoot him in the sun because I think we can get a quality 1 prospect back.
Whatever.
But yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I haven't seen them announce the weekend, the Friday, Saturday.
All right,
Sunday
are we going to count?
Oakland.
Are we going to count tonight? Are we?
Yes,
go...
yeah, it's the week. You have to.
All right, so
All
that's
right, I'm gonna say we're gonna
6
lose
total
tonight.
games. So we're 6 total games. I think we go 0-1 for the 6 to keep my perfect.
All right. All right. Neil starts off.
We're gonna win the next 2 against the Angels, and man, at Oakland. Oakland is rotten. They've been rotten. If we can win 2 against the Angels, then I'm gonna say we're gonna win at least 2 there. So I'm gonna end up saying we're gonna go, counting tonight's loss, we'll be 4-2.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. Gosh dang it!
It's okay to be right.
You're always wrong, and I'm always right. So I'm gonna go
1 week.
I'm gonna go 5-1.
All right,
We go 5-1.
We're
gonna
winning
win 2 more.
and then
We're gonna win 2
sweep them
more.
again.
No, we'll win 2 more here, and then we'll sweep the A's.
Yes. So we're gonna sweep the A's? No.
I'm doing
we're not
this.
gonna sweep the A's. We're gonna sweep them.
I'm doing the same. And the only reason why is because we better beat the Angels the next 2 or the momentum's gone. And if you lose to the A's this year, it should count as 2 losses instead of 1.
Yeah.
They're terrible. So
well, unless Framber's pitching, and then it's
correct.
batting practice.
Well,
We're
but
just
let me tell
counting
you,
on-
let me tell you this: the black hole comes back, all bets are off.
Yes.
Oh,
The black cat.
Yeah.
If Abreu starts at first base Friday night, then
We might go 0-3.
I will
rescinding.
I will amend that. I will amend
Yeah,
that
I agree.
immediately.
Yeah,
if-
Hunter Brown is pitching Wednesday, and that doesn't make me.
No, me either. Who's he pitching against?
Let's see here.
Tomorrow's Griffin Canning or whatever for the Angels. He's not great.
And then Anderson,
A
He's
lefty.
24.
So
yeah, Tyler Anderson, not terrible.
no, he's a decent pitcher. That means
I mean,
Jake Myers will play.
If we can get Hunter through 2, we can get him through the second inning. He's fine 3 and 4 typically, and then we can just yank him and go.
We're gonna need. If he could tell us when his blow up inning is gonna happen,
It's typically
that
1 or
would be
2.
helpful.
Well, obviously,
Typically 1 or 2.
Framber was trying to tell us tonight when he went off script.
Okay.
All right. So I got 5-1, and I don't love it, but I'm just doing it because I don't think you should lose the A's, and I think it should be 2 losses if you do. They suck. And we need to beat the Angels the next 2 because they're a AAA team as well without their best player. So, all right. Anything else? We're going to wrap up?
That's it. I'm good.
All
Keep
right,
the mojo
that's all.
going the right way. These are the games that
just
we've
keep
talked
winning.
about as being important. I mean,
Just win, baby.
these are difference makers with where we are.
Jim Crane, go on vacation. Don't come back for a while. Dana Brown and Joe Espada, why don't y'all grow a pair? With that being said, go Stros.
Go Stros.
Go Stros.